News Live 10 at 10.
Ice fishing is common this time of year, but some people may rethink their fishing plans after what happened today. Nearly 50 people were rescued from a large block of ice after it detached from the shore on the upper Red Lake, just 60 miles north of Bemidji, Minnesota. Good evening and thanks for joining us.
We've had a mild winter so far, and today's events make you wonder how safe the ice is. Valley News Team's Cornelius Hawker checked out area lakes and shares with us some of the seasoned veterans had to say.
These guys, this isn't their, most of the guys that are out today, this isn't their first rodeo that they've done.
The fact that experienced ice fishermen needed to be rescued off a section of the upper Red Lake might surprise you, but Chris Funenberg, who co-owns the resort near where this happened, says it shouldn't.
At one point, it was completely capped off, looking at satellite pictures and flying over it with a plane. But eventually, even though it was capped off, that ice might have only been a couple inches thick, and it opened back up.
Factor in that, along with the wind, and you've got a perfect combination for what happened on the upper Red Lake. It's why Funenberg suggests this if you're going to early ice fish.
I always tell people, go out of a good road system, go out of a resort that deals with this every day.
Michael Smith is a self-described avid fisherman who lives in the Cormorant area and was at first excited about this winter season.
It started out pretty good. We had some decent ice. It was clear ice, and then this heat wave kind of came and screwed everything up. It feels like kind of somebody took my birthday away.
Because of the warmer weather, Smith says he won't be going out on the ice anytime soon. Where he lives, there was only one ice fishing tent out, someone taking the chance that many people aren't willing to take. This cautiousness isn't just impacting those who are usually out there ice fishing. The assistant manager here at the Cormorant store says they've not been replenishing the bait because no one's buying it. Smith says that makes sense, and at this point, it's a waiting game for those trying to early ice fish.
Use your smarts. That's all I can say. If it's black ice, stay off of it. Good ice is clear ice.
Cornelius Hawker, Valley News Live.
No one was hurt today, and the best advice from both men we talked to this evening is if you're going out to fish now, make sure you're prepared for the unexpected.
Amid calls to ban Muslims from traveling to the United States and the rising number of terror arrests in the Twin Cities, the Islamic Society of Fargo-Moorhead is holding an open house this weekend. It's an effort to answer any questions the public may have about Islam and how a mosque works, but it's also to show that they're open and a part of this community. And they want you to know they oppose terrorism just as much as you.
If there's any suspicious person, we're usually the first people to, let the agents know about it because it's a really serious situation and we don't want to risk any, anything that might go wrong.
We've posted all the details about the upcoming open house. Just go to our website, valleynewslive.com, and then click on this story.
Still no arrests surrounding the arson fire that destroyed the Somali-operated Juba coffee shop in Grand Forks. It happened last week. Police are asking for your help in locating Matthew Gust. Police say it was Gust who broke the front window and tossed a bottle of gasoline through the window, starting the fire there. Authorities have no connection yet between Gust and racist graffiti found on the door of the shop days before the fire. If you have any information on Gust's whereabouts, contact authorities.
Combating bullying is a focus for schools throughout the country. A Fargo mom is speaking up about how a school handled a situation with her daughter.
Valley News Team's Krista Boehm explains how this 7th grader says she was punished for being the victim at Carl Ben Eielson Middle School.
A school and work day for the Andersons started out like any other until Billy checked her email and saw a message from her daughter.
Some girl had threatened to beat her up and that she had gotten called down to the office and that she was just going to pretty much wait there the rest of the day.
Confused, Billy called Carl Ben Eielson Middle School to find out what was really going on.
I was really surprised that they hadn't emailed me or tried to call me themselves if my daughter wasn't feeling safe at school.
The only thing she could find out came from her 12-year-old.
I got called down to the counselor and had to wait in there for 4 hours before the principal even knew what was going on.
Lillian says a counselor told her she'd be safer there, alone, while the bully was going about their normal classes.
Right when I went back to class, she said, just to let you know that this wasn't a punishment, but it kind of seemed like that the whole time that I was in there.
You take the bully and you let her go off and, free to bully other kids throughout the day. Who knows what she was doing or what her problems were, maybe something happened, maybe she needed somebody to talk to.
The Carl Ben Eielson principal says he can't comment on specific cases with students. Typically there, bullying is reported, administration is notified, and they work with both the bully and the victim, a situation the Andersons say never happened.
I just don't want them to be punishing the victims. I mean, it's hard enough for kids to come forward if they're being bullied, that if they do and then they end up somehow feeling like they're in trouble for it, I mean, they're young. They take one thing and they run with it if they don't ever learn the right from the wrong.
A lesson in bullying Lily didn't get in school, with concerns of another threat or more.
She could just kind of come at you any minute, if that makes sense.
She was scared, obviously, and you're going to keep her safe in a room alone. That just sounds so even more scarier to me. So.
Krista Baim, Valley News Live.
Lillian Anderson says she was told today that there were other things going on that were more important than her problem with the student threat. This family contacted us through our whistleblower hotline. If you need help uncovering an issue in your community, call 701-237-5675. Call that number and leave your tip.
It's a new law that could drastically affect people's retirements. It allows financially stressed pension plans to cut benefits already being paid to retirees. And now a Teamsters fund on the verge of collapse is moving to slash the pensions of thousands of members. The Central States Pension Fund, a multi-employer pension fund, announced potential cuts in October. It would affect thousands of Teamsters' retirement pay, including nearly 15,000 in the state of Minnesota. The move comes in an effort to save the Central States Pension Fund from running out of money. Chairman of the Minnesota Defender Pensions is part of a grassroots movement that's fighting a bill that made this possible. The Multi-Employer Pension Reform Act passed in December 2014.
This thing was snuck into the bill within the last, 48 hours before it had to be passed. Most of congressional people and both House and Senate had never had any chance to even read it or didn't even know that it existed for the most part.
Minnesota Representative John Klein helped introduce the bill and said if we had failed to act, many retirees would have been left with nothing. But because we took bipartisan action, we helped avert a crisis and saved many retirees from greater pain and steeper cuts. The U.S. Treasury will approve or deny the cuts this summer. Presidential candidate Bernie Sanders is leading an effort to repeal the bill that made all of this possible.
In West Fargo, the school board approved naming the new Aquatic Center as the Hulbert Aquatic Center. It'll be built from funds granted by the voters on November 17th. The name honors Heidi Hulbert Rowe, daughter of Steve and Diane Hulbert, who was an award-winning record-setting swimmer and diver in the local area and at the college level before her passing in 2004. Construction of this new aquatic center is to begin next spring.
Valley